Boys, I'm really proud of the progress we've made this year. I'm very confident in our team when we do our jobs, and I want you to remember the elation of tonight for the rest of your lives. We've done the training, we know the system, and we've come together as a team. We just need to go out and play like champions. We need to go out and win. Good artists borrow and the best artists steal, and so I invited a few friends who know a thing or two about varsity matches to give us one last piece of Oxford crushing advice.
Hey boys, my name is Ben McDonald. I was an assistant captain on the Blues in 2013.
Hi guys, my name's Eric Crocius. I was one of the captains on last year's team.
Hey boys, my name's Carl Mazurek, the goalie for Cambridge from 2008 to 2013.
Hi, I'm Hannah Church, president of Cambridge University Athletics Club.
I'm Andrew Stevenson. I captained 2 of my 4 varsity ice hockey matches.
Hi guys, Carlos Tullo here, captain the London Dragons.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm the last year's Blues shooting captain.
Hey Cambridge. Hi, it's Jake here. You may recognize the facial structure. I'm Bill's son.
Hi, I'm Bill Harris, Jake's dad.
Hey boys, I'm Alex. Played a few varsities, 3 different sports. 3 times rowed against Oxford. 3 times I played water polo against Oxford, and once I played Oxford in tennis.
Hi guys, you all know me, Andy from the Hawks Club. I've got to know you all over the course of a year.
Hello guys, I'm Gordon, the mascot.
Hi, I'm Gail. I'm from Cambridge and I support Cambridge United.
Hi guys, my name is Will Cairns. I'm a hockey player, or field hockey player. I've played in 3 varsity matches now and I've got my 4th one coming up on Sunday, so I know a little bit about what happens on the day, how it works, what it takes to win and that sort of thing.
So my whole life I defined myself as a hockey player up until I came to Cambridge. And I was proud to do so because I knew hockey players were the toughest athletes, the most self-sacrificial, they cared about the most about their teammates. And I thought anyone who played another sport was a pussy.
Hey boys, my name's Kyle Maggard, and I had the honor of playing for the Blues in 2012 and 2013.
All of you guys have to have that hockey player mentality because if you didn't, you wouldn't have gone to the roller at 7 a.m. You wouldn't have been practicing at Peterborough at 12:30 at night doing beat Oxford drills. You wouldn't have been busting out to Warwick, getting back at 3 a.m. on a Saturday. And it's that mentality that you guys are going to need to win.
I only played in 1 varsity match and unfortunately we lost, but it was still one of the best experiences of my life.
I played for Cambridge from 2009 to 2013. Before that I played for Oxford. I won all 3 years when I was at Oxford.
Of my 3 rowing races, crossed the line first in 1 of them, crossed the line second in 2 of them. Water polo matches, won 2, lost 1, and unfortunately lost the only tennis match I played today.
My first year at Cambridge, we ended up losing the match in overtime, which was my first taste of varsity match defeat.
I competed in 4 varsities and I've won all 4 of them.
I have competed in 9 varsities over my time in Cambridge, and I've got my 10th coming up next week.
I made some of the best friends of my life on that team last year, and it definitely created some of my fondest memories.
In my second year, I scored my first ever goal in a varsity match, and then in the final seconds of the game I scored another goal, and we ended up winning that match 5-2, and it was the first time Cambridge had won in 5 years. 6 years, sorry, the first time Cambridge had won in fucking 6 years.
Just wanted to give our best wishes to you guys for the weekend's game against Oxford, the big varsity game of yours. I've actually never played in the varsity game itself, but again, pretty much every other big game this league has to offer against Oxford and whoever the northern teams. And
I have never played in a varsity match, but I want to have a bass in the Patent Cup with Jeffy tonight.
I've actually won 2 of mine, been lucky enough to win 2 of mine rather, and I've drawn 1.
How many varsity matches have you been a part of?
I've been a part of 17 varsity matches as the coach of the Cambridge University Ice Hockey Blues.
And what has the record been in that time?
We've won 7 of those 17 matches. And I'm hoping it's going to be 8 out of 19, and then by the time I finish being a coach, I hope it's going to be 10 out of 20, because I want to hit that 50% level.
In my 3rd year, the less said about the 3rd year, the better. And in my 4th year, we won as well. So I played a few varsity matches.
the highlight of my time in Cambridge. And one of the greatest moments of my career was beating Oxford 8-2 in 2013 Varsity Match.
What does it feel like to win a varsity match?
It's this incredible relief of pressure and stress, the knowledge that your commitment over the year, the sort of the friendship that you've got with your teammates or your crewmates or whatever you're playing, it's really quite sensational. It's feelings that I'll never forget.
What does it feel like to not win a varsity match?
It's very anticlimactic. I mean, you obviously spend a lot of time preparing, a lot of months of build-up, all the hype and adrenaline on the day, to then come out at the end and not be able to sort of claim the victory is just absolutely gutting, in all honesty. I mean, obviously, varsity is the best day of the year for all of us, and to come out at the end and not be able to win is really, really quite disappointing.
What does it feel like to lose a varsity match?
It's pretty soul-destroying. By far, my biggest sporting regrets I have from my entire career have been in varsity matches that I haven't seized the opportunity. Match point in tennis and didn't snatch it. Times that we should have rode clear against Oxford and we didn't quite pull away. Especially the rowing races, replay them almost every day in my mind.
But when you lose a varsity ice hockey game, you feel disappointed, sometimes in yourself, sometimes in your team, and that disappointment lasts a lifetime sometimes.
What does it feel like to lose a varsity? We don't know. We at Cambridge. That is God being an Oxford student?
Well, I've lost a lot, won a lot. I've hardened to it. But I know when I see the players who've won a varsity match and the players who've lost a varsity match, there's a huge difference in the way they feel right after the game, a week after the game, and years after the game, 17 years after the game. I've even met one alumni who was still, bitterly disappointed that after 40 years after losing, and he had a chance to play in an alumni game, and he was so happy that he beat Oxford in an alumni game. It said it took him 40 years, but there was a little bit of solace there.
It's really tough to take, but it really does make the victory the next year that much sweeter.
And I know we lost last year, but our entire team had that mentality. So I was proud to call those guys my teammates. I remember, every time I woke up and had to bike to the sports center for a roller at 6:30 in the morning, it was pouring rain, and I was biking there, and I just hoped that I would get hit by a truck so I wouldn't have to go. But every time I managed to suck it up and get there, because I knew Julian was going to be there, in his tight little pants. I knew Oscar would be there wearing his bike helmet. I know Jason would be talking about his new friend. And I couldn't let those guys down. I couldn't let the entire team down because they were going to be there busting their asses. I remember Giro in varsity got hit so hard trying to get the puck out several times that we all thought he was dead, actually dead. And every time he got back up, and every single time he kept playing with no fear. And there's no scouts in the stands. Nobody's going to go sign a pro contract after this. He did it, and every other guy on the team did it for their teammates, because that's all that mattered. Coach Bill skating, the beat Oxford drills at 12:30 at night in Peterborough on a Sunday. He did it not because he has anything to prove, but because he cared about the team. He cared about the program. So while it's great, I'm sure it's going to be a great feeling to go into Cindy's with the padding cup above your heads, and you guys all, celebrate, take your shirts off, and have all the women throw themselves at you. It's just more important to be able to look yourselves and your teammates in the eye and know that you guys laid it out there for each other. So, I'm wearing my Cambridge hockey hoodie right now. I was proud to be part of the tradition, and I know you guys are going to go out Oxford and make yourselves proud to be part of the tradition as well.
And what does it feel like to win a varsity match?
To tell you the truth, the two wins I've had have without doubt been two of the best days of my life. you don't quite forget what that feels like to sort of finish the match with all that joy, elation, pride of winning. It's really something quite special. And standing on that podium at the end, being able to lift up that trophy is something that you don't forget. So it's really, really something I'm proud to say I've done, and I'm sure you guys will feel the same on Saturday.
And what does it feel like to win a varsity match?
Winning the varsity match is the closest feeling I'll ever get to winning a Stanley Cup. It's what you always dream of as a kid.
Beating the fuck out of Oxford is the best feeling you'll ever feel, and I hope you guys get to feel that tomorrow.
Winning a varsity match is like no other feeling. It's absolutely incredible. And to know that you've been part of a team that's absolutely smashed Oxford.
When the final horn sounds, you guys are celebrating out there on the ice, then with the fans, then in the locker room, and on a bus, and in the bar, then you'll finally know what it feels like to beat Oxford.
I actually think that is something that you're going to tell your children and your grandchildren at some point, probably a few generations afterwards.
When you win a varsity game, you feel that you've done what you were supposed to do. Your teammates have done it. You've worked together. You've earned it. You've deserved it. And your friendships and feeling of strength and bonding in that last for a long time. And it's an invaluable kind of feeling.
It's a great feeling, one I can't completely describe, but I'll never forget, and neither will you.
On the day, what does it take to win a varsity match?
I think, in my opinion, there's three main components to sort of winning a varsity match. I think the first one is you've really, really got to believe you can win that game. However good you think Oxford are, you've got to go out there, play with maximum confidence, and if you believe it, then of course it's possible.
On the day, what it takes to win a varsity match is coming to the game with your head screwed on straight, not going to get disoriented by any crap that comes down from Oxford, which sometimes they try to throw down, not getting pissed off at the referee, even though the referee may be terrible. Sometimes we've been hurt by penalties and get discombobulated on the bench by that, pissed off at the referee, pissed off at particular Oxford players.
On the day, what does it take to win a varsity match?
You have to want it more than anything else. Every single guy has to just put themselves out there and go for it.
I think the second one is trying to control your emotions as best you can. I mean, obviously there'll be a lot of nerves on the day, but also a lot of adrenaline from all the hype, all the build-up. So if you can try and find that good balance between the two, then you'll definitely optimise your performance and you'll have a stormer.
On the day, varsity is a great lever. Players that have been performing really well all season may struggle to cope with the pressure, the crowds, the noise. It's so different from any Bucks match you played through the year. Other players that have sort of been slightly below the radar, when their adrenaline gets going, they'll step up on the day. One thing that you need to make sure you win or lose as a team, no doubt. That's the one thing I would say.
I think best thing to prepare yourself for winning varsity is get in that mindset, know you can do it, believe in yourself and your teammates, and know that you've done everything you can to beat them, and that you are capable and that you will smash Oxford.
The third thing I think, which is arguably the most important, is you've got to try and make sure that you play a part in that game. If you go out there and you want to be involved and you want to play a part, then there's no doubt if all of you do that, they won't stand a chance. It's quite easy to sort of shy away from the big game and drift through the game without having impact. So if you go out there and you want it and take it, then you'll destroy them.
When we win a varsity game, it's because we focus on winning, and we don't focus on anything else. Every shift we go out there and we win from the beginning of the game right through to the end.
And any last advice for the guys before the varsity match?
You guys know hockey, it's not over till it's over. If you guys are one goal ahead, go for it. One goal behind, don't stop till that final whistle, just go for it.
And any last words of advice for the guys before the big match?
Yeah, don't get too scared about it. Don't get too jittery about it. It's going to be a good hockey game. It's going to be a fast hockey game, but it's a hockey game like games you've already played.
And if you guys bring that mentality to the forefront, taking hits to make plays, blocking shots, playing through pain, playing through injury, doing it all for your teammates, you guys are gonna crush Oxford.
Keep your emotions in check, stay focused, and you'll have the sweetest tasting champagne of your life.
What do I want to say? Anything in particular? Ah, Spencer. If you were a honey badger, what advice would you give the boys?
If I was a honey badger, if you get knocked down, it doesn't matter. You don't give a fuck. You're a fucking honey badger.
Oh, yeah. I went with you to live in the bunker and the Ox Club where, boom, I pennied you. So, skate with the puck, protect the goalie, and if you do that, I will make you not a snake virgin anymore.
My best advice is to just give it everything you got, leave everything on the fucking ice, and just work as hard as you can so you can't have any regrets afterwards.
Just come to the game physically ready, mentally ready, and ready to do your job for yourself, the best you can do yourself, and the best you can do for your team. And just be supportive the whole time out there. And don't defocus. Keep focused on winning.
If you play against, like you played against us last weekend, you're gonna crush those guys for sure. You played really well, and you just good energy, a lot of physicality.
My advice would be to try to stay calm, keep focused, but leave it all on the fucking ice, boys.
To the boys on the team last year, I think about you every day. I miss you, and I wish I could be there with you now. But I know you've got a solid team. You've got a bunch of new talent. You've come close, and you've worked hard.
Go out there, play your best, and crush Oxford.
Crush Oxford.
Crush Oxford.
Crush Oxford.
Crush Oxford.
Good luck to everyone on Saturday. Crush Oxford!
So play hard, play for each other, and crush fucking Oxford.
Crush Oxford.
Crush Oxford.
Crush Oxford.
If there's anything I hate more in this world than your meathead fucking captain Jason Gertz, is Oxford, so make us proud and crush Oxford.
So best of luck this weekend. GDBO, crush Oxford.